Noodle Brain General Knowledge Snacks. Noodle Brain General Knowledge Snacks.
Hey Noodle Nation! It's Nori Noodle here. Today we're talking about something you use every single day. Glass. Glass is a very special material. It lets light pass through, but it keeps air and water out. It can break easily. It can also be made super strong. And it can be shaped into all kinds of things like windows, bottles, and jars. Now here's something really cool. Glass looks like a solid, but it's actually built more like a liquid. In most solids, tiny particles are neatly lined up. But in glass, the particles are all mixed up, just like noodles in a bowl. So, how do we make glass? It all starts with sand. But not just any sand, special sand called silica. This is silica sand. Silica sand is found at beaches, deserts, and even in riverbeds. The sand is collected and cleaned. Then glassmakers mix the sand with other materials like soda ash and limestone. These help the sand melt more easily and make the glass stronger. Because the sand only melts at 1700 degrees Celsius, it saves a lot of energy when other materials are added to lower the melting temperature. Sometimes they even add broken glass called cullet to help everything melt faster. This mixture is called the batch. Okay, so the glassmaker has collected the sand, cleaned it, added soda ash, limestone, and cullet to it. We have a complete batch. Now let's see what's next. Oh yes, it's time to turn up the heat. Next comes the big melt. The batch goes into a giant furnace and is heated to about 1700 degrees Celsius. That's extremely hot. The sand melts into a glowing orange liquid that looks like lava. Before shaping, the melted glass is cleaned to remove bubbles. But how do glassmakers remove bubbles? When sand melts, it doesn't become perfectly smooth right away. Tiny air bubbles and streaks get trapped inside the molten glass. If we leave them there, the glass would look cloudy or weak. So glassmakers clean the molten glass using a process called refining or fining. During refining, the glass is kept at a super high temperature. This makes the glass very runny, almost liquid-like. When it's runny, bubbles can rise to the top and escape, just like bubbles in boiling water. Glassmakers also add tiny amounts of refining agents. These are special chemicals that help small bubbles to join together to form bigger bubbles that rise to the surface, pop, and then disappear. Now it is time for the fun part, shaping the glass. Glass can be shaped in different ways, but shaping always starts while the glass is still very hot and therefore malleable. While it is still hot and soft, the glass can be shaped by being blown with air, by being poured into molds, or by spreading it out to make flat sheets for windows. After shaping, the glass must cool down slowly. This process is called annealing. If the glass cools too quickly, it can crack, so careful cooling is very important. People have been making glass for thousands of years. Ancient Egyptians made glass more than 4,000 years ago. Glass blowing started over 2,000 years ago in Syria. Later, beautiful stained glass windows decorated churches in Europe. Today, machines can make glass quickly and in large amounts, but artists still use glass blowing to create unique pieces by hand. Glass is everywhere. In windows, bottles, screens, and even light bulbs. And the best part? Glass can be recycled again and again. So next time you look through a window, remember, you're looking through melted sand. That's all for today, NoodleBrains. Remember to like and subscribe to feed your brain even more. Thanks for watching, Noodle Nation. Stay curious and keep those NoodleBrains thinking.
Persistent. Breaking the chain. Upload your mind to NoodleBrains.